Daytona! Yeah! Daytona USA is one of the most fun racing games I've ever played, and I still feel that way about it to this day. I remember the first time I played it back in, I think it was 96, I got the Saturn for a Christmas present, and it came with the triple pack of Virtua Cop, Virtua Fighter 2, and Daytona USA, and I loved all three games, but I spent a lot of time on Daytona USA at first. I can't really explain it, but I guess when I started to play it, I just kind of fell in love with the game and how easy it was to get into, and the music, my god. Now, just for frame of reference and for the footage I'm showing in this video, I'm going to be talking about primarily the Saturn version of the game. That's the version I'm most familiar with and I've played the most. I know there's the arcade version, the recent arcade port that's on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, and I know there's the Dreamcast version and the Championship Circuit Edition, but we're just going to be talking about the Saturn version of the game right now. I guess first I should talk about some of the deficiencies the Saturn port of this game has. For example, it has a low frame rate. I'm not sure what exactly the frame rate is. I know it's below 30, but we'll say it's a cinematic 24 FPS. But, you know, it's common knowledge that this game did run at 60 FPS in the arcade, so shut your goddamn mouths about 60 FPS. We must reach this benchmark no matter what. There's also clipping and pop-up and a lack of two-player, which is a big no-no for this game because it was a pretty popular two-player, multiplayer game in the arcades. But, you know, all that said, it controls perfectly, and the gameplay is still fun and addictive. Daytona USA also happens to be a part of what I like to call the Sega racing game pedigree, and it's where like Sega had a really good string of racing games to come out all the way back from Hang On, Outrun, Virtua Racing, Sega Rally Championship, this, and so on and so forth. And really, I enjoy all of them very much, but Daytona USA is probably my absolute favorite. In the menus here, you got options. You can adjust the game mode, which is the laps, normal, Grand Prix, and endurance, which is really long races. Difficulty and enemy level, which I'm not real sure what difficulty does, but enemy level makes it to where the other racers can be really aggressive towards you, or actually almost pathetically easy. You also have ranking, where you can see all of the times and lap times you have for each course. You have arcade mode, which is basically exactly like arcade, where you try to race and get time extensions on each lap, and if you run out of time, you're out. And Saturn mode, where you have more cars to choose from, but no time limit, and each car is different somehow in terms of grip and acceleration. Wait a sec, that guy sounds familiar to me.
You're looking good. That's right, you're doing good, Cole. You're doing real good.
Holy shit, it's Robert Duvall from Days of Thunder. He sounds almost exactly like him, it's crazy. That said, I can't get over how Robert Duvall is my crew chief in this game.
Alright, well we're still under a caution. I want you to back out on that track and hit the pace car.
Hit the pace car?
Hit the pace car!
What for?
Because you hit every other goddamn thing out there, I want you to be perfect.
I saw Days of Thunder as a kid. It was one of those movies I saw quite a bit when I was like a real little kid, along with a few other ones. But it has some other weird connections to this movie, like for instance the entering your name screen after you win a race. The theme music sounds kind of familiar to something in the movie.
I'll race your ass.
As for the track selection here, you've got 37 Speedway, which is basically Daytona International Speedway. You've got Dinosaur Canyon, and you've got Seaside Galaxy, which is my favorite. because it's cool looking and it also has my favorite track in the game. As for the cars, you've got your choice between manual and automatic transmission. Automatic is considered beginner, while manual is considered professional, which of course I'm a professional driver. And in the Saturn version, a lot of the different cars have different levels of grip and acceleration. You can unlock more as you win on each course. These guys just keep slamming into me.
No, he didn't slam into you, he didn't bump you, he didn't nudge you, he rubbed you. And rubbing, son, is racing.
Pit stops in this game don't seem to really do much of anything besides fix the cosmetic damage on your car. I guess your tires never really, get greasy and you need to change them, or you never really run out of gas either, which is kind of neat. I got a pit.
I don't think so. We're busy now.
You're what?
Yeah. Eating ice cream.
Ice cream!
Give me some of those!
You get back in that car, you'll die. You'll die. Yeah. Die.
I gotta get back in that car. I gotta win.
You can take it.
He's going high. God damn it.
You can take it. Stop playing peekaboo around his rear view mirror. I thought you boys would have had enough of that by now.
I'm not doing anything like that, Harry.
Well, then what are you doing?
I'm just rubbing, man. You said it yourself, Harry. Rubbing's racing, isn't it? By the way, this game does have one of my most favorite game over screens ever.
You place fifth.
Besides Sega Rally Championship, which has the best.
Game over, yeah!
There's a couple of other things to unlock in this game too, though. You can unlock mirror mode, where you basically race on tracks in reverse. And you can unlock playable horses. I don't know if you could see it, but out in the Seaside Galaxy footage, there's a field that has a bunch of horses in it. And you can play as one of those horses. Let's check this out. You see this? Look at this. This is why Japanese games will never stop being amazing in their own weird Japanese way. I guess I'm going to try to do an endurance race here. Let's see what this is. Holy crap, 80 laps. I realize that's a lot less, though, than, actually running NASCAR in real life. Man, I don't know how those guys do that. If they get tired, do they have to pee? What if they're thirsty? I never really understood how you did that. One more thing I'd like to bring up about this game is the game's composer, Takanobu Mitsuyoshi, who has worked on a lot of different Sega games, but he is by far most famous for his Daytona USA tracks and contribution there. Really, I can say it without exaggerating, this is one of my favorite game soundtracks ever. It's just so ridiculously cheesy but awesome and feel good all at once. Just infectious almost. want to try this game out, you can play it right now. There are enhanced versions of the arcade port up on Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network on 360 and PS3 respectively. It does have online play, but it doesn't have two things the Saturn version has. It doesn't have the arranged Saturn soundtrack, which I think is better than the original arcade one, and it does not have Robert Duvall as your crew chief. All that said, I still really enjoy playing this game to this day. It's so easy to pick up and play. You can get in and get right out. It's no commitments. You can just start a game up, do a race, and you're finished just like that. And you can move on and play something else maybe if you want. Or if you don't have any time, you got your fix and you're done. Really though, it is still probably my favorite racing game of all time. Forget Mario Kart and all that other Forza crap, whatever. What is that anyway? What even is that stuff?
Congratulations, you place first.
Hey, if you liked what you saw here, like, sub. If you don't, tell me how much you hate it and watch how much I don't care about how much you hate it. I did a video on Warcraft 2 a week or so ago. You can check that out here. And then my friend Andy is doing a video on, I think, Sonic 3D Blast. If you want to check that out, do so. Also, my friend Dubs has started his own YouTube channel, Dubs TV, and he's got a review up of The Order 1886, and he's also got a podcast called IMO in the Morning. Check him out too if you want.